Namaste and welcome. It's Rishi here from meditatewithrishi.com, and today we're speaking about how to deal with anxiety. Okay, now I want to keep this really simple. We're going to explore what is anxiety briefly, and then look at, from a yogic perspective, how do you deal with anxiety? Okay, so let's get into it. What is anxiety? Anxiety is simply when we have a continuous worry or fear about everyday situations. It could be because of money, difficult conversations, deadlines, family problems, anything, right? There could be anything really that could be causing the anxiety, right? Now, what happens is when people have mild to medium anxiety, we often just tolerate it, right? We don't do anything about it, which is not good, because it means that we are constantly living in this stress, right? When it becomes excessive, what we do is we go and seek help, and help is usually of two kinds: therapy and medication. Now, I'm not going to express my views on on that in this video. All I'll say is that in the short term, yes, they can be effective and they have their place, okay? But ultimately, if we look at this we take a step back and look at it from a really common sense perspective, from the yogic perspective, when we are talking about anxiety, right? In yoga, we're interested in the mind, essentially. And there's only one question. The question is that, are you in control of your mind, or is your mind controlling you? It's really that simple. Are you in control of your mind, or are you being controlled? And whenever we have anxiety, stress, fear, worrying, all these things, ultimately it means that the mind has overpowered us, right? When you feel fear, when you're worried, when you're anxious, simply your mind is going in directions that you don't want it to go, right? So you've lost control over it. And this is a big problem of the world, the society that we live in. Since we're young, we're taught a million things. Look at all the different subjects we learn in school. Yet we're not taught how to use this body and how to use this mind. We're not given the user's manual for it, right? It's like sending a teenager into the streets with a car without teaching them how to drive. It's going to be a disaster, right? And yet, we send ourselves, our kids, into this world to deal with life's problems without really knowing how to work with the body, how to work with the mind, right? So, look, if you're interested in learning how to actually master your mind, I teach a course in yogic meditation called The Path to Stillness. I highly recommend joining that for yourself or for someone in your family that's struggling with this. But for this video, I'm going to give you a really simple exercise that you can do, okay? Now we're going to split this into two parts. Today, I'm going to tell you how to change your state, your emotional state. And then in the next video, I'm going to tell you how to deal with the actual problem that's giving you anxiety, right? Because on the one hand, we are the problem, right? We've got into this very low emotional state, right? That's why we're feeling anxious. And on the other hand is the actual life problem that we're faced with, which we also need to deal with, right? Just working on ourselves is not enough. We're going to go and need to action something to solve that problem in the world. So that's going to be the next video. Today, I'm giving you a simple exercise that you can do to immediately feel much calmer, feel much better, okay? And the simple exercise is this. We have got the sympathetic nervous system. This is there to protect us, to make us run or fight when there is danger, okay? When we feel anxious, we're in this sympathetic nervous system. This is what's operating. On the flip side, we have the parasympathetic nervous system, which is what causes us to relax, to chill, to be calm. We want to be operating in that. We want to be operating in the relaxed state for most of the day. The problem is that we're operating in the fight or flight. We want to be operating in a relaxed state, okay? And a really simple exercise to do this is this. It is to make your exhale longer than your inhale. It is to make your exhale longer than your inhale, okay? So try this with me right now. Sit down, stand up, just make sure that your back is straight and you are open. You're not slouched, you're open, okay? Straight back, open chest, open your heart. And then you breathe in with your mouth closed through your nose. And you breathe out with your mouth slightly open. You're blowing the air through a small opening. This makes the exhale long because we're restricting how much air is coming out. Again. Deep breath in through the nose and then out in a blowing motion. And you do this 21 times. 21 times in the morning, 21 times in the afternoon and in the evening. This means that you are activating this relaxed state in your body. Relaxed state in your mind, and you are keeping it like that through the day. You do it 3 times and you maintain this relaxed state through the day. And that means that when the problems approach, you can approach them back in a very calm, clear, creative manner. So this is it for today. I really hope this helps. Remember, in the next video, I'm going to share with you how to deal with the actual problem that you are facing that's causing the anxiety. Okay, so make sure to watch that video. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any videos. And of course, if you want to learn how to meditate, if you want to speak to me, just head over to meditatewithrishi.com. Thank you very much for listening. Namaste.